Hey guys, Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I am back with another episode review of My Home Hero. As we continue on with this show, sorry for not getting this video out later today. Hung out with my co-host, the Red Wolf. Today we were playing some Pokemon, but it is what it is. And then too, I wanted to get some relaxation because I graduated yesterday from school, so that is good. But My Home Hero, this week's episode of My Home Hero, man, what an episode. Very interesting. The cliffhanger, definitely, man. I do not know where Koichi is. Man, dude is getting like very just he's starting to play and he's trying to do something, and he's literally on the top of this whole situation to where, you know, he's putting two and two together and he's figuring out that our boy Tetsuo definitely killed Nobuto. But it's gonna be interesting to see where the story goes. But he's getting closer and closer, and you have this moment in this week's episode where it looks like he's about to find a piece of the hair from Nobuto. You know, which how that got in, I have no clue. You got our boy Tetsuo really thinking he might need to go do what he might need to go do what he did in the first episode to start this show off, and that's kill Koichi. Now, I don't know if he's going to get to the point where he does kill Koichi. The only thing is with that whole situation, what is it? The only thing with that situation, I guess I can say, is the fact that I feel like if he were to do that, that would put him in kind of more of a difficult situation now, because that's only going to get the organization to be like, okay, Nobuto just magically disappeared. Now Koichi magically disappeared and you were with him. I feel like that would give away too much to the organization. That no, this guy definitely killed him. So to be honest, I think keeping Koichi alive at this point is probably the best possible outcome, even if he does know that okay, Tetsuo killed Nobuto. Now the only question is, you know, we know that Koichi, he's trying to get like a higher rank in this organization, pretty much. Now I get my only thing is okay, if he does know that Tetsuo killed him, Nobuto, is he going to just use this as a lure bait, or is he going to like kill him, or is he going to say, hey, help me to get in this higher place in the organization? Because we know that it seems like Koichi, he doesn't necessarily trust this organization as well, but we'll see where it goes. But pretty much this week's episode kind of contains the part where obviously the fake video is uploaded, but then they end up finding out that it is a fake video. So yeah, but we actually pick up from at the ending of last week's episode, and you kind of do get this kind of moral, I guess, point from Tetsuo's perspective. And I can't really blame the guy. You know, again, he killed, obviously he killed Nobuto to not only protect his daughter Reika, but obviously he did that to protect himself, as well as, you know, do what he needed to do, what he felt was right. And I think it's also kind of another thing when it comes to people, I wouldn't say who do killing, but when it comes to, like, if you're in, I guess, Tetsuo's shoes, like, how would you feel? Like, okay, you find this guy's dad and you see this dude's dad is legitimately crying for him, his own son, even though he knows his son isn't making the right decisions, which we do find out the dad, in a way, is pretty much a part of this whole organization as well, and he kind of wants to break away from that, even though the organization would like take like massive losses because of it. But regardless, it's like, put yourself in Tetsuo's shoes and go through and just view and obtain. Say like you just kill somebody to protect somebody, to protect a family member, somebody you deeply care about, whether it's like a girlfriend or a wife or a daughter or a son you have, or like a cousin, you know, a sibling or something like that. You do that, you try to hide that away, and then you end up running into one of their family members, and you actually see like the emotion come off their face and saying like, even though they say, okay, yeah, maybe he wasn't perfect, but I still loved him because that's my, that whatever they're related in, or you would honestly feel bad. And that's what Tetsuo went through. Like, he actually like starts thinking, is like, shit, man, I not only killed this guy, but I killed this dude. His father was actually crying for him. Like, his dog, he has even though he's in a way using Reika, like, he still had a girlfriend. He still had a girlfriend, that obviously, excuse me, my God, he had a girlfriend, that obviously we know Tetsuo has kind of been using to try to get out of this situation, but obviously a girlfriend that cared very much about him. Like, we see in this episode when Tetsuo creates the fake email to send to her, she starts visibly getting emotional, and she starts crying about that because she's like, well, he's still alive. That's still great, and everything. So he just kind of putting two and two together, and he's like, well, damn, maybe I did not make the right choice to kill this guy. And it can kind of eat away at, and I can understand why it could eat away at Tetsuo of what he did, but in my eyes, like, well, you have to do what you have to do to protect your family. At this point, you're already too far deep into the situation. Maybe he goes back in time and he rewinds this, and maybe he just leaves him alone, and he lets him leave the house and everything, and he doesn't respond, or he doesn't call Nobuto and say like, I'm gonna kill you for trying to harm my daughter, pretty much. And we'll see, but that's kind of the thing. Again, the fake video comes out now that they finally, because one, we find out that Tetsuo and Kaisen, they work together to pretty much break the code, and we kind of find out the dog's name was Captain, which makes sense, but it is what it is. They called Cap for short. But they reveal that whole information. The video gets out, but eventually the gang member the organization ends up finding out, like, oh, it's a fake video, because at first, we see like the leader and then obviously his dad, they see the video and they're like, yeah, find evidence if this video is real and things like that. And you just see the dad, he's losing his damn mind. He's like, he's someone still alive. But they eventually find out like it's a fake video, which then leads Koichi to be like, all right, there's only one place where we can go. Let's go to your place. Tell your freaking family to leave. Now, the one thing is, in this whole scene when they were analyzing the video, he actually had his phone, I guess you could say, taped or like stuck to his hat, his fedora, and he just put it like he was talking to his wife on the phone, and just put it on speaker, so then, or like put the phone on speaker to where it picks up everything, so then if the plan fails, they go to plan B. So the thing is, they go to his house, and he's like, I saw something. Because remember, Koichi went into their house trying to sneak into their house, seeing if he can find any evidence. And he's looking at the pot. Now, Tetsuo is worrying. He's like, well, the bone should be decomposed now. There should be nothing left. So they take it outside. He dumps it. And there's really nothing there. So obviously, it's like, okay, the bone's decomposed. There's nothing left. But then all of a sudden, within the corner of his eye, he sees Nobuto's hair. Now, how a little strand of his hair is in there, I don't freaking know, but okay. Obviously, this is to build tension, and Tetsuo was thinking like, well, if he sees this, I'm screwed. And he's looking back and forth, in his kitchen. He's like, should I grab the knife and should I do what I did, to Nobuto and kill Koichi? Now, personally with me, it's like, well, instead of just going all the way to the frickin' trying to sneak off and get a knife, you got a whole damn near pot right there, a planting pot. It's got no more dirt in it. It should be light as a feather. If you're gonna try to even think about killing the guy, if I was in the position where he was in, I would look at the planting pot and probably pick it up and just bash it upside the guy's head. But luckily, Kaisen shows him in the nick of time before it looks like gonna make a decision. I think he was gonna go into the kitchen, grab one of those knives, and probably just stab Koichi, because he was like, wait, this guy's probably still weak because of the gunshot, because he's still holding his rib side area. Excuse me, his rib area. And pretty much, yeah, that's kind of where Kaisen comes in. She's like, well, yeah, I'm just drop by and things like that. So yeah, she then feeds him like coffee, and then when they drink the coffee tastes weird, but we later find out she pretty much put something in the coffee, this laxative in the coffee, and it gives pretty much whoever drinks it the runs, which is pretty much non-stop, you know, bathroom break usage in a PG sense. And by this, they're going to try to break into the dude's laptop and find out where Koichi lives. So that's kind of the thing there. Eventually, it was a funny scene. It was a nice scene. Again, Kaisen is a dedicated wife. You know, you have where Tetsuo pretty much is like, I'm just glad I married you. But Tetsuo also gets the runs too. So it was a funny scene when he's out in the backyard, pretty much, you know, because he couldn't hold it in. And then Reika shows up and he's like, what are you doing? And then she walks away and she's like, no. And then Tetsuo's like, no, it's not what it looks like. And then you get the cliffhanger of the episode walking where she runs into Koichi and everything. And Kaisen pretty much telling her, hey, this is just an acquaintance of your dad. Just go upstairs to your room. And obviously Reika's like, okay, I don't think that matters, but why do you sound so like intimidated for some reason? And then Koichi starts to like, okay, now she's getting a little scared. All right. And then all of a sudden Koichi's like, so, you know about your boyfriend missing and everything? And then obviously Reika turns her head and she's like, wait, what? And then obviously Koichi looks like he's got her. The episode ends up with Koichi smirking in an evil-like way because he knows, okay, I got this girl attention. Maybe I can use this girl to their advantage, maybe to get some more information out. And maybe deduce. But I don't know, man. Koichi's getting a lot. He's getting a lot. He's definitely diving in. He feels like he's got to lead somewhere. And all I can say is this. I don't know where he's going to go in terms of his character and what he will do to Tetsuo and Kaisen if he finds out the truth of what really happened. If he really is going to be out for blood and saying, oh, okay, you know, you guys are dead. I'm going back to the organization telling them what happened here. Then they're going to just have to kill Koichi and get away with it. And honestly, they might have to let their daughter in the situation too. Now, I don't know, but we'll see. We will see. But things are not looking good right now. But it's going to be interesting to see how they get out of this situation, because I always come back every week to see, what the situation they get out of now. So another solid episode of My Home Hero. This show continues to be a really damn good show. And I definitely can't wait to see what My Home Hero has left in store. But anyways, gonna catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or night in this video. Peace.